What a day for South Carolina. Probably a game for the ages. But as I said, the team that makes the defensive plays when need be will always be the champions. This has been proven historically. Let's talk about it. What a game, what a game. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Cool Eagle back here in another video. Just want to come talk to you guys because, whoa, do we have a lot to talk about today in the world of NCAA basketball. Whoever you were going for, you gotta admit, that was one hell of a game. First quarter, I thought the game was literally over. Caitlin Clark was being Caitlin Clark, an absolute monster. Coming out 18 points, mind you, all in the first quarter. And the game was getting away from the Gamecocks early, getting down 10-0 within the first few minutes, along with some help from the referees that we won't talk about. It was like every time a Battlehawks player fell down, they called the foul. They weren't calling any contact fouls for South Carolina at all. Before the half ended, the Gamecocks were able to get it together and take a 49-46 lead with an amazing steal by Raven Johnson. Caitlin Clark had an amazing first half, shooting 4 for 6 from the three. The South Carolina Gamecocks were out rebounding these guys 27-18, beating these guys on the boards just like LSU did, with the exception that they were making all their threes, shooting 46.5% from the three, while Iowa was shooting just above that at 50% from the three. Despite very suspect referee calls, it was a very competitive first half that allowed Iowa to make it closer than what it was, shooting 10 for 11 from the free throw line in the first half. I will argue that South Carolina played more team ball. The assists were 12-8, meaning that they were spreading the ball around more. Now, I can't say anything more about the second half. Tessa Johnson, that freshman, career high, 21 points, shooting some clutch threes when the South Carolina Gamecocks needed them. Kamilla Cardoso, she was killing them on the glass, getting a career high 17 rebounds, allowing the Gamecocks to get a lot of second chance points. Why didn't anybody tell me about Chloe Kitts? She came right behind Cardoso and got 10 more boards, giving them second chance opportunities and just killing Iowa on the glass. There was nobody that can stop her. I almost felt bad for Hannah Stolke, who also had an amazing game, 13 points and got a few boards, but there was nothing she could do with the combination of Cardoso and Kitts. There were points in the game where the referees' calls were keeping the game close. The size of Carolina was just too much for Iowa, especially in the paint. The bench got 37 points to Iowa's 0. Over half of those come from Tessa Johnson, that amazing freshman who's going to do wonders for South Carolina next year, along with Full Wiley. South Carolina's defense in the second half was so amazing that there was points in the third quarter that they were holding Iowa scoreless for over 4 minutes. And it was mainly due to the size of Cardoso and Kitts, who deserve so much credit for what they did in the paint, especially in the third quarter when they were getting the ball to the three-point shooters on the perimeter. South Carolina was shooting the ball over 50% in the second half. And the defensive adjustment they made in the second quarter all the way to the end of the second half, keeping Caitlin Clark to 12 points, even though they had a little problem with her passing the ball to her amazing supporting cast, Kate Martin, Stolke, and those other amazing women on the court. Not to take anything away from Iowa, they definitely made it competitive. Caitlin Clark ended the game with 30 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds, along with the amazing season she's had overall. South Carolina was just the better team. They had the coaching advantage. They had the defensive advantage, like I mentioned in my last video. Remember to go check that out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. South Carolina's deep roster would make all the difference. Alyssa Watkins and Raven Johnson's defense on Caitlin Clark. Tessa Johnson, amazing freshman with a career high 19 points with some amazing threes when they needed it. Kamilla Cardoso and Chloe Kitts handling that paint, getting their team some second chance points, getting them more shots, winning the match on the board, which historically, if you win the match on the boards, you more than likely are going to win the game because that means you're getting more shots to your team. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think in the comments, man. What are your thoughts on the game, highlights, favorite moments of the game? Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are on our way to 300 subscribers on this channel. We got more content on the way, but until then, guys, enjoy South Carolina Gamecock. Cocks up. No homo, no Diddy, right? No Diddy. But until then, guys,